So now we move on to the next division in human paternity, and it's the first out of Africa lineage, or at least it's contested as to whether it was founded in Southwest Asia or the east of Africa. So it's the DE lineage. As you can see, sorry about the clustered nature of this map, but as you can see, the BT lineage travels from where it probably was in the east of Africa into Southwest Asia, into Arabia, and there CF and DE split off. Now whether DE originates in Southwest Asia or Africa is a question, as I said. D seems to have originated in the north of East Africa. So, but the DE group overall probably, to my mind, arose in Southwest Asia. Then E arises in a similar sort of place in Southwest Asia. I've marked it a little further north there than the probable location. Okay, so now you have a major split in the E lineage. We'll get to D afterwards, and I have a map that someone else provided that I'll use for that. So E splits into E1b1b and E1b1a. Now E1b1a is the major lineage of Africa. It's the lineage after this out of African migration, or migration to the east of Africa. It goes to West Africa. There assimilates earlier stocks, as I've mentioned before. From there are the Bantu migrations, and as the Bantu migrations progress, I've given a darker color to the migrations. So initially it moves to West Africa. Then there are two separate migrations: one into the east of Africa, one into into West Central Africa, and then from there the West Central Africa branch moves south, and the eastern branch moves even further south. And then in very late history we have a further spread within South Africa, and a further spread into as a minor element, into the Malagasy population, who actually came from Asia to Madagascar for the most part. So then we have the E1b1b branch, which forms in Asia, and we have, I'll first mention the most minor branch of those, which is an Asian branch, West Asian branch, called E1b1b. That's high in Palestinians and Jordanians, and you can see I've marked different colors here. So the darker color is the migration to Palestine and Jordan, where it's a significant lineage, and then more minor lineage in the east of Turkey, in the north of Arabia, and in the north of Egypt as well. Then we move on to the North African branch, which is a branch of this West Asian branch. It moves across and becomes dominant in all of North Africa, from Tunisia to Morocco. Then we have the European branch. So the European branch, again, I've marked this migration in two parts, where it's a major lineage through the North Levant, from Turkey to Greece, and especially high in Albania and Kosovo. I've marked in a darker color. And then it's a significant but minor lineage from Ukraine to southern Germany on the northern expansion, and in the south of Italy and Spain, the southern expansion. So this is the brother clade, D, and it's mostly found in Central Asia. It's a minority in various other Asian populations, and it exists in a very early clade in some West African populations, and it looks like that same branch is or has been found in the Levant as well. So you can see the names of the branches here. In purple is marked the deepest rooted branch. Here they've marked the location as East Africa. Again, this one's presumed to be East Africa, but DE is usually thought to have been Southwest Asia. Could have been East Africa. Travels into Central Asia, and there it diversifies. One branch goes into the south of Asia, western part of Southeast Asia. And this is Tibeto-Burman, as I recall. One travels into the Japanese, and that is very old lineage. I think that may even be the lineage of the Japanese emperor. Right, thanks. Just to confirm, the Japanese Imperial House is indeed D1b1a2, and that's the oldest ruling dynasty in the world.